Start your engine!
Welcome everybody to this evening's broadcast of S&M Iracing Motorsports at the Talladega Superspeedway. Qualifying is underway. We're going to just let the cars do the talking here while we qualify and try to figure out today's starting grid. We're having some minor technical difficulties out here with some of our graphics. We'll see if we can work our way through it as the race progresses. Well, looks like qualifying has ended. It looks like Justin Lee Pearson is going to sit on pole as we get ready for the national anthem.
It's truly an honor to be with all of you. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Justin Lee Pearson is going to sit on pole with Nicholas Martinez, P2, Nick Bowman, Trevor Haley, Peyton Snyder, James Smith, Isaiah, Dave Scott, Ryan Wilson, Gary Bergeron, Jamie Shaw, Zach Cato, Kyle Cameron, Tommy Rogers, and Cameron Young, your top 15, excuse me. We're just going to try to get these logos, this ticker up and working. I'm not sure why it's being difficult right now. We're going to try to get it all figured out here as we go. We got some awesome graphics to start showing here if the program decides to work today. All right, drivers are pulling off. Looks like we're going to get ready to get the green flag started. Justin Lee Pearson going to take us to the start. We have a 65 lap race in front of us. One stage break, lap 30. As the drivers enter the Geico restart zone, they will take the green flag, and we already have trouble in the back, but we're going to save the green flag for at least 5 laps. We have chaos all over in the back. The 39 cars seem to get into some issue with the 80 and a couple other guys. As the leaders take off up front, it looks like Nicholas Martinez Jr. is going to jump out to the early lead off the bumper of James Smith. 58 is going to get a triple push from the 8. It's going to get some guys out of shape. 75 goes up to avoid. We got some side draft going. The side draft is very strong in these race cars going around Talladega. That's how you're going to see a lot of passing today on this super speedway. 3 wide, Jamie Shaw, Ryan Wilson, Nick Bowman, Zach Cato, Trevor Haley, Tommy, and Justin all in the mix. But it looks like Dave Scott is going to push James Smith out to the lead here for this one as they go into turn number 3. Well, since we have the cars at full song here, let's go and try to crank it up. Oh, huge wreck, huge wreck. In the middle of the turn. Oh, that is going to take out several of the leaders. Let's go back and see if we could get a look at what in the world happened there. Looks like it's going to start a little further up front. Let's see if we can get a better vantage point of that. It looks like it happens somewhere around James Smith. Let's see here. Let's get a better camera angle on this. Our graphics are not working tonight like they did last night. Here we go. The 75 is going to try to make a move to the middle, and yes, yeah, that's not going to work. And, of course, he gets out scot-free, jams up a lot of cars. Damage is on, but they do have unlimited fast repairs. There's got cars flipping over everywhere. That should bring out a yellow. Here, we'll go back live. James Smith is still toting his damage. Yes, we should be under yellow flag. Oh, we just had... Wow, that's some contact there. Trevor is not going to be happy about that one. Well, we're under caution here. We're going to take a small break. Try to see if we can get these graphics reloaded for you guys. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, welcome back. We're still under caution. We have got a couple of the the graphics up and working now. Not sure what in the world this thing's problem is tonight. Last night it ran just fine, so we'll continue to work through that as we work through the evening. Right now you got looks like Brandon Hedge will be P1 starting this thing. He is up 27 positions from his original starting spot. Justin Martin looks like he started at 40th position. He is up 38 spots, and Jonathan Johnson also up 18 spots. They may have done a little bit of pit strategy to get where they are right now. Well, the graphics are kind of working here for now. We'll check out this 2.66 mile super speedway at Talladega, Alabama. Right now, the air temperature is 80 degrees, so we should have track temps somewhere in the hundreds, so it might be a little slick out there for the drivers. All right, let's see if we can keep it going. We are under caution here. We'll see if the pace lights turn off on the truck. Now this, with it being the first stage, we only throw one caution in the first stage as the lights are out on the pace car, so we'll be going green this time. Only one caution in the first stage. And so now the drivers will stay green until lap 30. Lap 30 will be the next available caution flag. Under cautions, you see as just right there, you are allowed to go and get your lap back for free. They clear the black flags once they get back caught up to the field and everyone goes under green flag. The idea is they want to keep everyone on the lead lap until the end of the race with as many drivers with a chance to win. So here we will do the end of this stage, lap 30, a yellow flag will come out. We're doing 65 laps tonight. In the second half of the race, we'll have cautions as necessary. In the second stage of the race, but we're not going to throw them back to back to back to back to back because nobody wants to join and get behind the pace car all evening. It looks like we have a host of drivers out. Looks like we started with 46. Some people didn't grid. Usually by the end of the first stage, we're going to lose about 10 to 15 drivers because they get caught up in wrecks and they don't feel like sticking around to the end. But we've had plenty of drivers who have stuck this thing out and have come back to finish the race or win the race after starting 40th or deeper. As we drivers roll through turn 4. Aha, we have Juan in the chat giving us other suggestions as to what. We just refired everything, got it fired back up. For now, it seems to be working. We'll keep an eye on it as it goes. We tested this earlier and everything was working swimmingly, and then we started getting ready to go to the green flag here, and we were having all kinds of technical difficulties. But for now, it seems to have worked itself out. As the drivers approach the Geico restart zone, we have a deep field out there right now. We still have over 38 cars. As we get the green flag, 38 cars will start to race their way to see who could get the stage 1 victory. We'll get some driver interviews. You get a triple bump. The 8's going to look to go into the 45. That's not going to work. The 45 slams the door shut as they're at a dead even race coming out of 2. Now the 45 is going to gain an advantage off the bumper of Nick Bowman. Trevor and Nick are going to try the triple push, which, if you know anything about these cars, is extremely difficult to do. They will get you all out of shape. Oh, Nick Bowman leaves a 45. Now you're going to have the 2 dark horse drivers go to the point. That could spell trouble for the rest of the field, but right behind them, it looks like you have a couple of SMT boys. And Brian Hayes, hey, look, who's that behind him? Cato, Zachary Cato in positions 3 and 4. They, at any time, could make the choice to ditch these 2, maybe leave them out to dry, give them a little side draft as they go by. Wave, see you later. But for now, it looks like the top 4 or 5, about the top 5 are going to be all by themselves. So let's check out a little deeper in the field. We may have had an incident in the back, but they were at a camera shot. Oh, is the 42 and the 39 are going to come together. They're going to save it. They're going to work it out. James Smith is going to follow Juan Escamilla around on the high side. Trying to, oh, the 45 gets turned by the 42. And it looks like he's going to be just a single car spin. He's just going to watch out for the rest of these guys coming. He'll get back up to speed. We're only on lap 11, so if he sticks around, he's going to have a couple of laps that are going to be kind of boring if he's by himself. But if he plays his cards right, oh, it looks like he has some left front damage. He sure does. He's having a hard time turning that thing. He can go down pit road, get it fixed, get back to the first, through the first stage, and have a shot at winning this thing as it goes. We got a little more contact with Ricky Miles, but he's also going to hang on to it. Let's go in and see what it looks like from the 48 car of Nick Martinez. He's in the middle of it right now. Hands working in there. It looks like he may have found, nope, he's going to be stuck on the bottom as the leaders are going to tow around on the outside. Now there's a double-edged sword to this. If the leaders leave themselves all the way up there in that third lane, they leave themselves, no, oh, Martinez is going to get turned right as we're in car. Going to collect Ricky Miles in it as well. He's going to look like he tows or he's just going to back out. It looks like he's already had a rough race to start. Well, that's what happens. This is super speedway racing. This setup is meant for pack racing, and this is why sometimes we turn the damage on, have limited fast repairs. Tonight, we're just kind of messing around. Usually our Friday night races, you're limited to 3 or 4 fast repairs. We crank the laps up to 85, turn the fuel down. So pit strategies is definitely going to be a part of this as the race goes on. Judging by past history, I would say that these drivers probably do not have enough fuel to make it to the stage. So you will more than likely end up seeing some green flag pit stops as this goes. Let's see here. Let's see if we get this to work. Okay, so Bowman. They've gone up 2 spots since the last pit stop. That's not the information we want. Escamilla spent some extended time on pit road. He must have been fixing damage. Let's see here. All right, so Escamilla looks like he pitted at lap 6. I'm not sure what this graphic is trying to tell us here. I was hoping to be a little bit more specific. But anyway, let's go back here. Let's see what we got. He's got a Justin Lee Pearson to his inside. It looks like he's following Brian Hayes in the SMT 47. You can hear these guys having a lift. Like I said, these big spoilers, this setup is set to draft. They are set to side draft. They are meant to go fast. However, when your nose is in the wind, you become a sitting duck. Right now, there's look of Juan Escamilla. Him going around the track right now in his Cartnarks number 10. There they go. There they go on the outside. The outside seems to be the way you want to go. We got 3 cars lined up there. Looks like you got Peyton. There's that Roger Buff Sr. He's might be new. He's may have raced with us before. Followed by Kyle Cameron. He knows that the top line's the way to go. You can definitely get a side draft going on that inside lane and really slow them down. If you get enough cars up there, you'll definitely have the advantage. Now, they don't seem to have quite enough help to really make a big run at it. They get 2 more cars up there. Those guys on the second line are going to want to go to the bottom to get away from that side draft and take just like that. Go to the shortest way around the track. Keep their momentum up. It should hold them there, but sometimes that high line is just too much. You just gained so much speed around there. But look at that. Brian Hayes is going to make a run, and you'll watch the third line come down to the second line and try to slow down that inside line by getting that air on their quarter panel. Right now they're a little separated as the 32 is not keen on staying there. Big move by Nick Bowman to go up and block him. James Smith is going to move to third, and just like that, that is how you can make the bottom line work here. So many people think the high line is the dominant line, which it is if you know what you're doing. But if too many guys stay up at the top, that bottom line will just pass right on by. Let's see what's going on in the back here. We got Kevin Dixon Hometown Lake Stevens in the 009 Chevy, the 41. I don't know what he's planning on doing out there by himself. All it's going to do is slow down the 36 and himself. And they might just like that. Look at how fast they are falling back. You will have the two of them lose the draft. Oh, looks like we got some pretty good nose damage on the nose of the 009. What these guys are going to try to do if they were smart, but it looks like we keep having guys that want to pass for back in the 15th and 16th position, way behind the leaders. With the leaders side by side, the best thing for these guys to do right now is just stay in line, save some fuel, push each other. You will be surprised just how fast you can close up on a lead pack that is several seconds ahead of you by staying in line and having a couple good pushers to lead your pack to the front. Now with damage still on, you have to worry about temps and all that good stuff. That is what this pack is doing back here with Tim Shiflett. They are just going to ride around with each other, try to draft, and with the green flag pit stops that'll be coming up, you will be surprised how much track position they could also gain. You will see guys who are running like Tim is right now in the 22nd position, and they will come up and end up with a top 10 by the end of the stage, or if things really go awry for the leaders, they could even come back and win this. It's just how this car is set up. It looks like Juan Escamilla has made his way in front of his teammate Nicholas Bauman, another dark horse driver from Connellsville, Pennsylvania. So you have three dark horse cars, the 10, the 8, the 12, leading this thing right now with quite a few S&M and SMT drivers with a mix of other drivers. We got to go in here and the Discord and see what is going on with the teams, who's in what team right now. S&T team, as they always are, loaded down with drivers. Cato and Cameron with a move to the inside. There goes the 32. Oh, by yourself down pit road is not the move you want to have. But he's going to go down pit road. He's going to try to get his fuel for the... Oh, he's having all kinds of troubles getting on pit road. He's locking them up and sliding them. This setup does wear out the tires. It does not make it easy getting on or off pit road when you have wore out tires. We're checking back a little further in the pack. Got Jamie Shaw with what is that? Ricky Miles is by his lonesome, so you will see this pack run him down in a hurry. Jamie Shaw and Tommy Rogers looks like they're drafting with a lap car. He's going to go into the pits, which is going to hurt them. 2 cars is better than 1, but 3 cars is really how you get the push and going in these. We have several guys a lap down, several guys who've already quit. Like I said, you're going to have your 10 or 15 that they don't seem to want to stick out the strategy part of it. They want to go to the front, and if they don't get there, they just, see you later, we'll go to another session to go crash. But that's their prerogative. Looks like you have Evan Perry heading down pit road. 32 still struggling to get on pit road. They make it in clean. Evan has a great entry, actually makes up time getting there. We'll go back to the leaders. The leaders just came off pit road as well. We missed them by checking in with some of the guys in the back, but that's all right. It's just green flag pit stops. Looks like they all got in and out just about the way they came in, with the exception of Juan Escamilla. I don't know what happened to Juan. He is not with his teammates anymore. But here I'm going to show everybody in the field. I don't want to just show the leaders because everyone comes out to race. They all should have a chance to see themselves on a broadcast, be talked about, hang out, have a good time. That's really what it's all about. No one's in here going to become famous. No one's in here going to win millions of dollars. I mean, hopefully somebody one day might, but right now it looks like everyone's just having a good time. Ricky Miles is going to go a lap down here again. You see the speed difference between everyone as Ricky goes by here. He's hopefully going to tuck in behind Peyton, get a tow behind those cars, and take back off. Again, Bergeron by himself. We'll go in here to Justin Lee Pearson, and you will just see just how fast the speed difference can really be. And this is just 2 cars. As you can see, He is closing up quick. He will also get the toe because of this package with these ginormous rear spoilers. They just pack such a big hole in the air. Like you can see here, gets his run, goes the outside. Hopefully the one car can tuck back in behind these two. Hayes goes around. You'll see Bergeron. Yep, he slides up. He's going to try to keep the toe of these guys, but it can be difficult to do when cars have such a big run on you. Back here to Jamie Shaw. Jamie Shaw is in a pack of 4 or 5. He's got a bunch of SMT guys with him. And let's just see here. We'll ride around with Jamie Shaw going around the Talladega Superspeedway. Let's see if his pack of 4, how quickly they make up ground to the 3 guys in front of him. It does not look like Bergeron is going to keep up with that pack, so he's going to have to do a better job of maybe trying to do a little side draft as he goes by this group of cars to try to get going. Jamie, you hear him working the throttle. He must have war tires. He's getting pushed by Tommy Rogers all over the back of him here, giving Jamie everything that he can take here. Jamie Shaw from Canada. Oh, looks like we're going to have another pit stop. Did we make an oops? Did we not put enough fuel in it? Or is this their first stop? I'm going to assume they're riding around in the 20s. This is probably not their first stop of the race. As we check in, James Smith, he's a pro around here. This is the S&M CEO. He's the one who started this whole thing. We had another league we ran in. That guy, well, most of you watching are probably going to know that story. We're not going to get into that, but he started this up. He got this thing going. 130-something people in the Discord. If you check the links on the YouTube, you'll see the links to the Discord, to the SMT Discord. They have a championship series coming up. Big shot. $25 buy-in, $1,000 cash prize pool getting paid out to the field. Pretty awesome. We are under caution. That should be the stage right there. Nicholas Bauman is going to be the stage winner, followed by his teammate Trevor Haley. He's going to owe Trevor a thank you for not pulling out there and taking the stage away from him. Well, we'll take some scenic looks around the Talladega Superspeedway. Right now you can see the flagman with his one-arm motion of the yellow flag. About the only thing that's super unrealistic in this game. I don't think I've ever seen a flagman, except for when they made fun of it, take off and quite have a yellow flag arm quite like that. That is a terrible camera. Thank you, iRacing, for that. We will continue to go around, check out some of the other cameras. As you can see, the field's either catching up to the pace car, letting the pace car go by. You can see the leaders are waiting up on the pace car. It could be because they're waiting on the pace car. Could be they could be low on fuel, trying to roll and save as much as they can. Trevor's taking the shortest way around. He is, I don't know what he's doing. He must have had a beer or two tonight, waiting on that pace truck to come around. As you can see, the guys on the outside, they're going to go ahead. They're going to get their laps back. They'll ask for the black flag to be cleared before they go down pit road, and they will be back on the lead lap. Hopefully before we go back, green flag here. It looks like we might have somebody in a black car in a little trouble back there, as Nicholas Bauman, the stage winner, is going to take us down to his pit box. Let's see if he or Trevor pull their usual antics and slide a little too far through their box and have to throw it in reverse. Trevor looks like he's going to get in fine. Nick looks, let's see, they made a lot. Oh, nope, you saw that right there. Nicholas Bauman had to pull a little farther forward in his box. He stopped a little too short. Oh, Zach Cato out in the grass. Something happened there. You can see the left side's up on Nicholas Bauman. He's going to take all 4. Peyton must have taken 2 because he's going to win the battle off pit road with Trevor Haley. Looks like James Smith is going to edge out Bauman. Brian Hayes, Kyle Cameron, Dave Scutt's rebounding nicely, and Ryan Wilson and Evan Perry is going to be the top 10 unless, I see cars going around. Evan, did you make an oops? Did you speed down pit road again, Evan? Or did you just get in front of the guy you weren't supposed to be in front of? We'll see. John Miles, he's going to have to go on pit road. He was a lap car. It's going to tell him to get up behind the pace car, but he's going to make his pit stops and take off. Back around, yeah, he's just going to check up for the field. After getting your laps back. It usually lines you up behind the pace car because it's going to say you're the leader because the black flag is clear. However, you're going to want to go down pit road and get some fuel. Otherwise, you will find yourself quickly back yet another lap down. Peyton Schneider is going to be the leader to start the second stage in a nice HendrickCars.com Chevy that he painted up. He's learning how to paint. He said he didn't think he did a nice job. I think it looks pretty good there, Peyton. Cincinnati on the hood. He's got Dark Horse on the door, another Dark Horse driver. Let's see if we could dial up old James Smith, your league owner, and see how he's feeling about this one. Where's he at? Let's go in. We got to do some moving here. We got to get the broadcaster in the middle of the teams. There we go. James Smith, it's Craig up at the booth. How's it going, buddy? Okay, I was wondering. I was keeping an eye on the laps. I thought maybe I had just missed it, and I was calling this a stage break. Are we just going to call this a stage break and race out the final 40? Oh, all right. So, what do you think of how the league has turned out so far? I know you put a lot of energy into it. Um, and
I think it's great, buddy. I think you've done a great job this broadcasting. I think it's awesome. I like your graphics at the beginning. Looking good, buddy. Looking good. Doing a great job up here, bub.
Thanks, man. We had some technical difficulties. I don't know what in the world was going on. I've been on since noon today trying to make sure it ran swimmingly, and then as soon as we get in here, it doesn't. So that's just the way it seems to go. Looks like the lights are out of the pace car. You're going down the back straightaway. I'll let you go. I'm going to steal a couple more guys. We'll check in later in the race.
10-4, buddy.
All righty. Let's see if we can dial up your leader here, Peyton Schneider. Peyton, it's Craig in the booth. How are you?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now that my graphics are working, I'm feeling a little better. Well, you said you weren't too good with the painting. That car looks pretty slick. I like the, being a Dark Horse driver myself, I'm a little biased. I like the Dark Horse Racing logo on the side. Car looks good. You're about to take off. We had an oops with the stage. About to go green flag. Are you going to put this thing in victory lane later?
Hopefully. Hopefully one of us, Dark Horse, gets to victory lane.
Yeah, looking good right now. You got 1, 2, and 4, but them SMT boys have looked strong. I'll let you go. Looks like you're getting ready to go back to the green flag. We'll call this thing out. We'll start harassing some more drivers as we go.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, looks like we are going to go green flag here. Let's get you in the Crank It Up camera and let you guys take a listen to these guys going back green flag. Much cleaner start than the original start of the race, that is for sure. The 12 car is going to get to the lead. He's going to try to probably move up here, grab his teammate Peyton, but James Smith is trying to have none of it. He's going to try to slide up in there. He's not going to give up P3, and look at them SMT boys. The 55, 47, We got the 23 of Wilson in there, and Dave Scott is also slid his way. Oh, we got all the SMT boys up there. The 58 of Justin Lee Pearson and the 72 of Evan Perry. So they are going to the high side. They're going to try to make a run. Poor Peyton has now been put in the sucker hole by both. You'll watch how fast he drops back there, as he couldn't keep latched onto his teammates. Now the SMT boys are going to make a move. We're going to see what the Dark Horse guys have for them. Are they going to stay in that line and help James Smith? Are they going to move up and just try to halt up this high line a little bit? Looks like they are content and riding in the middle with bold strategy. Because once those cars on the outside get that side draft working, if that inside line gets there, they are going to fall back and fall back quick. But that's going to be dependent if Bergeron can lead himself in the 39 up to the quarter panel of James Smith. Looks like he's got the push there. And let's just watch this here. You can see sometimes if you have enough help, that middle can hold its own ground. Sometimes it will just fall like a rock. It looks like they have plenty of help. You have Jamie Smith, Zachary Cato, and they're behind them. So we're going to have 3 wide for the lead, several rows deep, as Bergeron's going to lead that lap. And yet we have about, at least 7 or 8 rows of 3 wide action. Now the 55 is going to get out in front of the 23 a little bit. It's also about managing your temps, as the 39 and 71 are going to move up and leave Bergeron. We'll see what that does to the inside groove. We got a little action. Big save back here. Who's that? The 67 of Cameron Young. Big save. Great job, driver, hanging on to that. That could have been wild. That would have taken out at least a quarter of the pack. It looks like we got dang near the whole field is right here on top of each other. 29 of the 31 drivers that remain are all right here in this pack. Jonathan Johnson's going to lead that lap. He moved around. He's trying to get one of these things. Oh, we got Ryan Wilson in the wall. We're going to see that's going to stack up the outside, and there they go. Dave Scott is going to get the bad end of that. We got to get back here to the cameras. They're falling so fast, it's hard to even see. Let's go take a look at that. If we are in our 5, oh, yep, you can see it right there. It's going to happen in front of the 47 is going to hit the wall. The 75 checks up, and you can just see what happens. Oh, we got, some big hits. Big hits. Looks like the 56, the 58, the 009, the 17, the 72, and the 75 there. A lot of the SMT crew getting taken out in that one. Looks like we're going to have some towers. They're going to, Kevin Dixon is going to tow, make his way out of pit road. He'll be there for a couple minutes, but again, everyone's going to get their lap back when the caution comes out. They might hold the caution here a couple laps just to give those guys time to tow and get that working. We'll go back live here, get a look at your current leader. Oh, we are already back under caution. We are back under caution, so they might hold the yellow flag here and just let these guys like the Dave Scutts and the Kevin Dixons, who are sitting on pit road. That 75 car has seen a better day, but he'll get his fast repair. He'll get moving. But we'll take this opportunity. I know some of them got in a wreck, so we might have to check, make sure they're not too angry with what happened. But I think that was just a racing deal. We'll have to bring in the guy who kind of caused it all, give him a hard time. Let's go ahead and bring up Ryan Wilson. Ryan, it's Craig in the booth. It looks like you got in the wall there a little bit.
Yeah, that wall and I believe my car are pretty magnetic together. Magnetized.
That wall reach up, grab you, and hang on. It looked like just one of those racing deals trying to follow your teammate. Just got up in the wall, a little chaos. Got some of your teammates, though. How are you guys going to get back together?
Well, I tell you what, I don't know how Dave Shutt does it, but he usually squirms his way back up through there. That's for sure.
He must put oil all over that car, because he sure does make his slicing and dicing pretty effective getting his way back to the front. Well, I've seen you as high as P2. You've been challenging for the lead. So if you're coming off of turn 4 of the last lap, what position do you want to be in?
Turn 4 last lap, I want to be in second. I tell you, it's just nothing more rewarding than pushing a good buddy to a good win. And I find it a little bit better than maybe even winning sometimes.
All right. Well, it's been a while since we've seen you in victory lane. Maybe tonight's the night you push him out there until it's just you guys, and then you do a little side draft to give us a photo finish here at the end. Maybe put that 23 car back in victory lane. What do you say?
Hey, I'm not against it, though. I'll keep that in mind.
There you go. Get that side draft to work. From Gills County, Virginia, thanks for coming out. We'll harass you guys a little bit more in a little while.
All right. Thank you, sir.
See you, buddy. Alrighty. Well, let's bring in another driver, another dark horse guy. Then we'll start harassing some of the admins in here. Even though he is one of the admins, we'll drag in old Trevor Haley. Trevor Haley, it's Craig up in the booth. I know you hear my voice plenty, so this is probably just aggravating for you at this point. You've been up front the whole race. What's it going to take to get to victory lane? Seems like there's been a lot of chaos.
Yeah, just staying out of the wrecks and sticking with your teammates. Hopefully we're in position there at the end to get a win.
It looked like you and Nick were trying to bring James and Peyton with you, and then that outside lane got going, and you guys just got stuck. What do you think is going to be the best line to get around here and kind of get away? Seems like no one's really getting away. We just had, 8, 9 rows of 3 wide all the way from the lead back.
Yeah, I feel like the second or third lane's the best. It's all about just trying to keep your car cool down so you can push when it comes to the end there.
Come to the end. All right. Well, it looks like we're probably, are we on 1 to green right now?
We're coming to.
Coming to 1 to green. All right. I'll let you go, and I'm going to drag in somebody hanging out in our general chat. Let's get old Brian Hubbard up here. Brian, how's your race going, buddy?
Oh, it could be a lot better. Sitting top 10 right now, somehow by the grace of God. I'm not going to ask questions.
Yeah, there's been a lot of chaos around that 87 machine tonight. How do you keep out of it at this point? Because right now it looks like everyone is on top of each other, which is a product of super speedway racing. In the setup, we just had three wide, a lot of rows deep. Where do you want to be, and how do you keep yourself away from it all?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, this Highline's been running good all race. I love being up here when the racing's good, but when it's bad, this Highline could be detrimental for you.
Oh yeah, that's the Highline just caused that last one. It looked like it had the 23 trying to help a teammate get in the wall, and it stacked it all up. And usually when they wreck from the top down is when you get a good amount of cars going around.
Exactly. You just got nowhere to go up here sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the bottom side it's a little slower, but usually when the chaos happens above you, you just turn out of that apron and get away.
Amen to that, brother.
All right, well, I'll pop you back down to general chat. We'll be checking back in with you, hopefully, in victory lane.
All right, here's hoping, buddy. Thank you.
All right, take care, buddy. All right, that's Brian Hubbard in the 87 machine. He's been all over the place. He's been up and down, up and down. He's actually up 18 positions from where he started the race, up in the 9th position right now. So as we get ready to go back green flag racing, we are not. We are going to delay. We still have some cars. That's Kevin Dixon coming back out of pit road. He's trying to get some laps back, so they're going to extend it for him. Like we said, we try to make sure everyone has an opportunity to finish this thing on the lead lap. If you're going to stick around through practice, you're going to stick around through qualifying, and no matter if it's 65 laps, it's 100 laps, it's 80 laps, if you're going to stick around, we want to give you the best opportunity to try to get back on the lead lap by the end of this thing. So let's see if we can bring in old Kevin Dixon. Kevin Dixon, it's Craig up in the booth. I'd ask you how it's going, but when I just saw you sitting on pit road towing after that last incident, I would say it's not the best so far.
No, we haven't had a good start so far.
Yeah, we checked in on you earlier. You were riding around. It looked like you were pushing a boulder with that thing out of the way before the race start. You had a big old dent in the front of that thing.
Yeah,
do you
I
think
couldn't cool off, so I finally had to get out of the way.
Do you think that now maybe your luck's ready to turn? You got your 3 wrecks out of the way. They say it comes in 3s. You back on the lead lap this time? Back around?
Yeah, I'm on the lead lap now.
So you and Dave should be back on the lead lap. Are we 1 to green this time? Catching up to the field?
Yeah, we should be. He delayed it for me.
Yeah, I saw him delay it for you and Scott. I was telling everyone that, I don't even know how many people we have watching right now, but if they go back and watch, if you stick around, the whole time through practice qualifying, James and all the admins, including yourself, try to make sure every single driver has an opportunity to finish on the lead lap and doing things just like that, make that happen. What do you think of the whole S&M from its start about a month ago to where it is now?
I think it's awesome. Growth's been great. So
Yeah, it still baffles me how quickly it all took back off.
yeah, it's just been awesome. It's been way better, of more of a community.
Yes. All right, well, it looks like we might be getting ready to go back racing. We have plenty of other drivers to harass. Hopefully we get to harass you in victory lane and or at least our top 3 at the end of this thing. All right, we'll go back up here to the pace car and we will see if the lights are out on this thing, and they are. So we're going to be heading back green flag racing here. Pace car pulls down. So we had our stage a little early. We had some graphic errors. We've had some guys need to tow and go down pit road, but for the most part, I'd say not bad for the first one. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here. It looks like we still have, looks like we're up to 38 cars still in the lobby as Nick Bowman takes us back to the green flag. He's going to try to get out ahead and does of his teammate. Same thing. Cameron is going to try to time the restart right to get in front of his teammate as Zachary Cato. We're going to have to bother Cato here a little bit. He's been sticking strong with us for quite a while. We're going to have to bring in Jamie Shaw. So we don't want to see cautions, but we like harassing the drivers under caution if we get a chance. Let's go in and check on what Cato is doing behind the wheel here. These Angry Wives racing cars look awesome. And their wives are very supportive of these guys. They're usually in the chat, but we usually do this on Friday, so tonight's just a test. We're going out. I'm sure on Friday night everyone will be here. Michael Wiley's in the chat. We are lucky Michael Wiley is not in this because he has put a butt whooping on us for, I would probably say, probably 6 out of at least the last 12 races. He has come out and schooled the field. So hopefully Michael will be here tomorrow night. Usually tomorrow night we have our longer race. We usually, that is the race we get the most guys in. As it looks like we're going back 3 wide. Oh, Hubbard, we talked about him. He's still hanging in there, but he's going to drop back here a little bit. Get himself right back into the chaos of it all. Whether we're all 3 wide, the front 4 are trying to check out. They're not going to be able to in this setup. Cameron and Cato are going to go to the bottom. They're going to try to make a move. He's got to get up there and side draft that 12 if he wants to pull him back. But the 43, we haven't seen the 43. He's up 34 spots, and now he's going to make a move to try to go to the lead in the middle of 3 and 4 as we're 3 wide all the way through the pack again. Kyle Cameron has the lead coming to the tribal, but Brian Westerman, you're going to have to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but he's going to make a move to the outside, but it looks like it's going to be Kyle Cameron this time around, as again the whole pack is 3 by 3 by 3. Got a couple cars out of line. We'll see how long. Cato's been pushing him a while. You don't want to get those temps too high. Let's go back here a little further in the back. James Smith, let's just give you an onboard of what these guys are seeing while you're 3 by 3. On the other camera angles, it doesn't look like they're moving that much. But with all the air that these cars create, they can actually be a handful. You'll see just how little wheel input he puts into this thing to get it to move several feet. So your hands have to be steady, or that is what causes wrecks. He's going to leave his teammate, Jamie Shaw, on the high side, probably because it's starting to fall apart a little bit. Ricky Miles is going to start to make his way back towards the front of the field here. As you see a little bit, Hubbard's going to once again get hung out to dry. Somebody needs to pick up Hubbard because that man has continuously found his way to the front. I'm sure the SMT boys will pick him up. There's only about 95 of them already. We'll see what line Ricky Miles goes with here. He looks like he's a little indecisive. He's going to go with the dark horse guys in the middle. Let's go on board with Timothy Wright, the 36. This is, I mean, he is in the middle of it here. I don't know if I can get you any better reaction shot besides what the drivers are seeing. Whoa, close with Bergeron there. Let's get you up on the roll bar and just see just how close these guys actually are to each other, how the lines move, the grooves. You can see these cars move around from the other camera angles. They look like they're holding a pretty steady wheel, but that is not as easy as you think. Especially once these tires start to wear out, they will start to move around. You hear the throttle lifts as the checkups happen. You know, the leader's doing 202 miles an hour, but these guys back here with such a holy punch in the air are probably doing somewhere around 210, if not further. We have that data. I got to find where all of it is. I have an insanely large control box over here to try to master as we go. It looks like we're going to, Peyton Schneider is going to go back to P1. Talk about a guy. Oh, we got Tommy Rogers is going around. Tommy Rogers has crashed. We got a couple other cars bouncing off the wall. Escamilia's in it. Evan Perry, Tommy Rogers. Let's see if we go back here. We got to get a side-by-side box so we don't keep missing what happened over there. But let's take a quick little replay and see if we can figure out what in the world happened here. Oh, we might have been 4 wide there with Tommy. Could have been 4. Let's see if we can maybe just give a little rewind here and see what in the world caused that. We're going to get you a better camera angle. Let's go back here. Let's go to TV2, TV3 maybe. All right, it looks like the 69 and the 28 are going to go a little out of line. That might cause a checkup. Oh, Tommy. Tommy must have thought he was clear and he was not. Tommy, you better be in Highline Racing Network afterwards. I got to put you in a dunce cap for that, and then you go get your owner on top of it. Oh, big shot for the 35. The Wonder Bread car. Evan's going to hit the wall hard. So is Escamilla. I don't want to spend too much time back here. You see what happened. Let's get back live to the leaders. As we are under caution flag, they're going to catch the pace car, so we could have taken a little extra time. We'll have to time that better. We'll have to make sure the yellow flag comes out, and we'll go take a look at replays so we don't miss what's going on. But right now, your top 5. 3 Dark Horse drivers and 2 S&M drivers. We got Peyton Schneider, Nick Bowman, Trevor Haley, Ricky Miles. Ricky Miles has gotten himself into the P4 position right in front of his teammate, James Smith. And out of all that, we just showed Timothy Wright in the middle of a hornet's nest. He's going to come out P6. He's up 30 positions from his starting spot of P36. So he has done a good job finding his way to the front. We'll go in, we'll check on Ricky Miles' pit stop, and then we will go drag him in here and see what he has to say. You gotta love these cameras. It's a great camera until it's not, right? Good old iRacing. He's gonna slide. Oh, he's gonna slide a whole pit box through. We might have to give him a little time. He's not gonna be happy about that, especially after just working his way all the way up here. The 8 car is gonna get into his box a little better that time. James Smith comes to a sliding stop, but perfection. It looks like James Smith and Nicholas Baumann are just gonna take left side tires. Peyton may have taken right. I'm going to assume he's going to be on right side tires. Yes, Baumann with a 5.7 second pit stop. Haley with an 8.1. Schneider with a 6. Bergeron with a 6 tire. Smith with a 9.8. So I'm going to assume he must have took rights or just lefts and took some extra fuel on that pit stop. Johnson's up 14 spots. It says he's in pit road for 14.3 seconds. I find that hard to believe if he made up 14 spots on pit road. Either way, good for him. He's now in the top 10. Riding P7 in the 39. He had a rough start to the race, but this is why you hang out. This is why you stick around. Let's see if we can dial up. Where is he at? The Canadian. Let's get the Canadian in here. All right, Jamie. Well, you've had some chaos. You rode around the back. Now you're up.
Yeah, I've
almost back to your
driven
starting
through
spot.
the chaos.
So, you've had some success of late, and you've had some absolutely terrible luck of late. How do you think this race is going to go? It seems like you may have already got you and Kevin Dixon, your teammate. He's right behind you. It seems like you already got your bad luck out of the way. The Dark Horse boys haven't had much of it yet, except for the Juan Escamilla. So I'd rather have it get out of the way early.
Yeah, we're gonna try and hook up and see what we can do, probably on the high side, but we got stuck behind somebody that couldn't hold their line and kind of pushed us all the way back, so we're gonna try it again.
Yeah, I mean, there has been some. So we were trying to get some onboard cameras to show just how hard it is to actually hold these things in line with all the air, especially when the whole field was 3x3x3. According to the pit detail, we couldn't really tell. What'd you do on that stop? If you want to tell.
Just gas and go.
Gas and go, no tires. How's the tire wear tonight?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Is it? Okay. I know a couple of nights, it seems like the temperature is down. I know when we had the sun up, getting off pit road was pretty treacherous sometimes if you took no tires. Well,
yeah, not too much tire wear.
All right. Well, we will slide you back into the S&M Iracing Motorsports. The host of this, one of the admins here, Jamie Shaw. Good luck. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
All right, thanks a lot.
So we have quite a few admins in here. James Smith is hosting this race this evening. He's done an awesome job getting all this stuff together, trying to figure it all out, get it going. We have another Canadian in here, Gary Bergeron. Look at that. We have a couple out-of-country drivers. We got 3. Cameron Young, Wayne Swart as well. He backed out. So we actually had 4 Canadians here tonight. That's pretty cool. Getting a bigger audience going on. I don't think the flagman's Trevor Haley. I don't think that's it. I don't know why it likes showing us that camera angle. Is where the pace lights are out on the car, on the pace truck. I'm used to the car. James always switches that up on me. One day we have the normal pace car. One time we have the coupe. One day we have the truck. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on you, James. Figure out what kind of pace truck you're gonna throw in there at me. So I stop saying the wrong thing, James. All right, going through 3 and 4. Looks like your top 10 at the moment is going to be Nick Bauman, Trevor Haley, Peyton Schneider. I keep saying Schneider. He's going to yell at me. Just force a habit. Gary Bergeron, Timothy Wright, James Smith, Jonathan Johnson, Kyle Cameron, Ricky Miles, and Zach Cato in your top 10. Once again, they're crawling towards the Geico restart zone. They are off. Let's see if Nick gets a good start. It looks like they're going to try to time it where Peyton is going to get up in front of Trevor. Yes, the 3 Dark Horse cars execute that very well to get 3 teammates in line as they head through turn 1 at Talladega. as they come out of turn 4. You saw it. We talked to him. He said he was going to try to get to that high side. Kevin Dixon making a move towards the front with his 2 teammates behind him. Ricky Miles and the guy we just talked to, Jamie Shaw. Another guy said they're going to find their way to the front. They got jammed up in some stuff earlier. But it looks like those Dark Horse cars are going to keep it. Now we'll see what James Smith does. Is James Smith? Yes, James is a good teammate. He's going to get up there and get with all them S&M drivers. That is such a great paint job. It's so basic, but it looks so good. White and gold. Ooh, Peyton's a little out of there. Maybe he got hot. Had to step out. But that is going to, just look at that. Just look when you step out of the draft in these cars. That is going to give a big run to James Smith. But now we have to be careful because Kevin Dixon has been pushing him for a good portion of the racetrack. We had a great moment of, James, don't push him. That long, you're going to blow up. Are you good on temps? Yeah, I'm good. As he says good, his rod goes up to the moon and he blows up. And James Smith and the S&M boys are now going to trade with the Dark Horse boys and go 1, 2, 3. Looks like Peyton is cooled off, though. He's going to start shoving the 8 car that might go for the block. He thinks better of it. You can see just how much that hurt Trevor Haley, though. He got stuck 3 wide. He got clear of it. Now he's going back 3 wide. He's got Dave Scott and Tommy Rogers behind him. Man, the only people really in line right now are the S&M boys. There's a big move. Tommy Rogers gets hit again as we have more chaos in the back. Couple big hits. The 69 of John Miles looks like he's going to have a broken right front. Oh, man, he's got more than a broken right front. He got a broken just about everything on this car. See if we get a couple different... try to get him some views if he's watching. So take a look at this car. Oh, there's the onboard shot. It's a great shot. He is, you can hear that thing is hurting. Big time hit, but it's all right. He will go back around. He will get that unlimited fast repair. We'll probably have a caution soon. We have 15 laps to go. Let's get back up here to the leaders. Check in on them. Bauman and Trevor Haley, the dynamic duo, as much as I hate to say it, even as one of their teammates. My Lord, they are always up at the front. It's if you go to the sites, you'll see in all the pictures. There's a lot of photo finishes between these two, so they don't give it to each other easy. There's definitely some side drafting. There's definitely some drama in the chat during or after the race. But these two cars always find themselves up to the front. Bauman always making these sick paint jobs. Trevor making their own paint jobs. They look pretty good right now leading this thing. Let's get on board with Trevor Haley. Let's see if we can get up here and watch him push around this 8 car through the triangle. Gonna move back to the middle line, so let's change the camera. Let's see who's coming. Oh, the 28's numbers are sideways on the hood of that thing. Or on the roof of that thing, I should say. That is trippy. I don't think I've seen that before. Maybe he doesn't know it's like that. Maybe he likes it that way. I don't know. But, oh, look at this. Look at this. Mr. Put It in the Wall. Only a handful of laps ago is going to go take the lead. But Justin's going to try to side draft Nick. But that is going to hurt more than help. But Nick, also with that inside line, is going to fall back a little bit to his teammate Trevor as we are 3 wide yet again. Ryan Wilson is going to lead some laps out here with his teammate Justin Lee Pearson following behind him, and you still have that duo of Kevin Dixon and Ricky Miles still trying to make that high side work. And look at that, Kyle Cameron, Mr. Always hanging around. Sometimes gets, oh, we got some. James Smith is gonna get into something back here. Dave Scott has just been a magnet for taking damage tonight. Oh, man. There's still, Dave's having a hard time controlling it. He's going to come back up and get to 64. That's just, you can see his right front tire ain't spinning. So That's just a product of that. I know that was not intentional. Let's see if we get a little replay here. We technically don't have a crash according to our overlay here. I don't know how, but let's see if we can get a better camera angle as to what happened here. Oh, the 28. Does the 28 get a bad push here? 28, yeah, I don't know if he was trying to move or he just got a bad push by Bergeron, but it's going to send him right up into the one, and Dave Scott probably doesn't even know what happened. He just gets clobbered from the inside, and then Callison, who's the one car, starts to ride up the side of Dave Scott. Oh, James getting a little air. And then the poor 64 car here, he's going to have no idea that the right front is just absolutely bent in on Dave Scott's car. You can see it dragging the racetrack there. All the sparks coming out behind it. That's a great camera angle. It's a shame your car's destroyed, Dave. But you see it. It's just dragging that right front. And as they go into the corner, he's trying to get up to speed. He's probably trying to turn down the corner. Oh, he actually got hit. Oh. I don't know if that was just Brian not really knowing what was going on. We are under caution. See, I got to make this a better habit for myself and wait until the cautions. I'm so used to it being a longer race with the stages that we don't have immediate cautions right away. And we try to go back and capture some of the action as it's happening. But we are in the second stage, so Mr. Broadcaster, wait until the yellow flag's thrown and go back and try to find it. As your leader, Ryan Wilson, looks like he is not taking tires. I didn't see the car go up on either side. He's going to try to race out Trevor. They may have taken just a dash less fuel. And Justin Lee Pearson, Nick Bowman, Trevor Haley, and Ryan Wilson, and Jerry Fassett are going to come out as the top 5 right now. Well, let's see. Let's see if we have anybody else we're harassing here. Let's bring in old Ricky Miles. Ricky, it's Craig up in the booth. How's it going, buddy?
Well, it's been doing good going from the back to the front, but I've been killing myself on the pit stops. I'm going to have to just an old brake bias or something because I'm sliding through my pits like, I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, we were going to interview you last caution. You were riding P4. We were watching you get in your box, and then we watched you go right into the next box. So we were like, well, maybe the next yellow flag will dial up old Ricky Miles. Maybe you won't be so angry.
I'm going to work on that for sure, but the racing on the track's been good, and you're doing a heck of a job, man, and I'm very impressed with what you're doing, and it just makes things so much pleasant knowing that it feels like you're racing a real NASCAR race, man.
Well, you guys are putting on one hell of a show. Like, if we go back and watch this later, I mean, we have had 3 wide, several rows deep, but it hasn't been a stalemate of 3 wide. There has been lines moving forward, guys moving back, guys changing lane. It appears to be 3 wide, but there is passing and moving and chaos everywhere. Well, you've gone to the back to the front. You're riding P17, which is 13 spots up from where you started. How are you going to make your way back up to the front? I saw you linked up with Kevin Dixon there. You guys had it going pretty good with Jamie behind you on the outside. Is that the game plan again moving forward? Try to get that high side and get that side draft working?
Yeah, we just got to work our way back up there and kind of get everybody in place where we need them at the end, But, oh, man, it's tough to run with these big boys.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job of it, Ricky. I'll slide you back into your chat. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Looks like we are going back. Green flag racing here shortly. We got Justin Lee Pearson. Let's see if we can bother Justin real quick. Throw him off his game. It looks like we're only in turn 1, so we might have a little time. Justin, it's Craig in the booth. I know we're 1 to green. Looks like you're 1 to 2. Bother you for a quick second. You've been up front the whole race. You've won a couple of these things. You're in the Martinsville highlight for whipping everyone's rear end and that. Now it's time to get you another Talladega win. What's it going to take?
I really don't know. I mean, to get us SMT guys lined up, and if we can get to the outside lane, I don't think this inside lane is going to do it. So.
And see, there's a lot of drivers that saying they want to get to the outside. Although we did see you SMT boys dive to the bottom earlier, a couple of your teammates, and that high line stayed in the third lane, and they rocketed to the front. But with it getting to the closing laps, I don't know. That middle groove, guys are persistent on going there. You're kind of all alone right now. I'm sure there's some radio chatter you need to get back to and figure out how to get your teammates back up to front, give you help. Good luck. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
I appreciate it, man, and thank you for putting this on, man.
Yeah,
Have fun.
Thanks for coming out and racing with us.
Appreciate it.
There is one guy we are going to have to interview at one point. We need to get David Scott up in here. That man has been upside down, backwards. The right front broken, the left rear broken. I don't know what he hasn't broke on that car, but maybe he can break down the checker flag at the tape here. You never know. We said earlier, Dave always finds a way to get himself back to the front in these things, especially when he's having races like this. And I don't know how he doesn't lose his composure, but man, he always finds his way back to the front. All right, we're getting ready. We are in the Geico restart zone. Looks like the leader is on it. He went a little late. Trevor Haley's going to try to push him out in front of his teammate so he could slide up. We'll see. He does. Yep, just like that. That's why it pays to have your teammates and your friends around you. But Ryan Wilson is going to naturally, of course, go to his SMT teammate, Kevin Dixon. Who's that up in there? Is that Mr. Fassett? They're moving positions so fast. It sure is. He is on up there. Bergeron, another driver who has stolen a win or two here. But Peyton's still hanging around with his teammates. He is up 4 spots from his starting position. Trevor Haley is going to come out. Looks like he is going to lead himself a lap or two in this race, being pushed by Nicholas Bauman. Let's go back here a little further in the field. Let's check out some of the guys we haven't talked about, like old Doug here. Doug got caught up in that wreck earlier. He's riding around. I think at this point he's like, what in the world do I got to do to avoid it? Yet another. There it goes. And he makes. Oh, no. Oh, man. He almost made it. We were just saying, what does he got to do to avoid getting caught up in another one? He was doing a great job. And the 87 comes sliding down the hill and gets him as we're at 7 laps to go. We always throw the caution at turn 4, so I'm going to expect the yellow flag will come out here in just any second now. Here we come around. We're going to stay green, maybe another lap. We did just take a restart. And oh, I'm just getting notification. Dave Scott was caught up in another one. And we're down to 6 laps to go. We always have 3 green-white checkers in our pocket. Ooh, the 8 must have been getting hot. Jumped out there trying to get some air to that thing so he doesn't blow it up in front of the pack. We still got smoke and dirt all over the racetrack in turn 2. The 8 is going to get his teammate out in front. I'm going to judge by how hard they are pushing to try to get ahead of that inside line there, trying to get those dark horse cars 1, 2, 3 for the final restarts of this race. But Bergeron makes a big move. Big dive back to the inside. The 8 looks like he's cooled off. He's going to shove him on to turn 4, excuse me. Dark Horse 1, 2, 3, followed by 2 SMT drivers. We got old Brian Hayes, thank you for your service, and Tommy Rogers. Oh, Tommy gives him a big shot. He wanted him to go to the bottom sooner. He said, let's get moving here, Brian. And look at that. Another guy caught up in some stuff earlier, up 31 spots. Mr. Breyer Wasserman? Brian, sorry if I butcher your name. I'm not very good at this, as you can tell. This is the first real broadcast. Correct me later, yell at me later. It's all good. But another guy in the Dos Equis 43 Chevy making his way yet again back to the front as we're heading to 4 laps to go. I have a feeling old James Smith's got a yellow flag waiting for us at some point to really make this thing interesting. Justin Lee Pearson with a big move on the outside with, look at that, Ryan Wilson and Jerry Fassett. Couple of SMT boys getting it done on the high side. Going down, throwing the block on the Dark Horse boys. And the 36 of Timothy Wright, Brian and Gary Bergeron are all going to try to get that high side working. Peyton with a big move. Peyton is going to try to jump the, oh no, big wreck. Going to get the 2 SMT cars. Justin Lee Pearson is back out front. The Dark Horse boys are back above him, and there it is. There's the yellow. The yellow flag is out. We'll try to go back here and see what happened in this one. All right, we'll slow her down. Oh, we already have a wreck in progress here. This app likes catching wrecks in progress. I tell you that right now. I don't know why it does it. Can't tell you, no explanation, but it sure does. We're going to get a stop here. We're going to try to, we need to find Peyton. Where is Peyton? Oh, Peyton, where are you in my running board? We'll figure out. He made a big move to the inside, trying to get below. Look like Jerry. Yep. All right, let's back it up here a little bit. Let's see what happened. So the 17 makes the move. Oh, Jerry's trying to go with his teammate, but the 17 has already filled that gap. Oh, yeah. That came and went. But that's how bad you want your teammates to be with you, man. You try to make these drastic moves. Brian Hayes, nowhere to go. Tommy just, oh, man, Tommy taking a big shot in the driver's side. A 69, poor guy's caught up in yet another one. But, oh, look at Tommy Rogers' car. That thing is killed up there in the outside wall. They'll get their fast repairs. We're heading to green-white checker territory. Justin Lee Pearson still leading this thing. Let's go back live. Let's see what we got pit stop-wise here. Let's see if we got some fake-outs. Justin fakes it out, and the Dark Horse boys barely. Justin had them. Justin had their number, so they must have enough fuel still in this thing. I got to get me my graphics to work to tell me how much fuel everyone has, even though if they're watching it, don't be cheating. Don't be cheating if you're watching. Alex LeBeau is looking for a teammate. Well, you and Brian Harwood should get together. He's sitting there in general chat. We still have lights on the pace car. Dave Scott's wheeling around, so let's bring him in. Well, Dave, I've seen you backwards, forwards, upside down. The right front broke, the left front broke, the front end tore off the thing. Is there anything else left to hit out there for you? Most of it, almost all of it, not even your fault.
Yeah, well, the first wreck was my fault, so I own that one. But, dude, I don't know. This has been an aggravating race. I've been trying everything I could to get back to the front, and there's just been one stupid thing after the next happening.
Yeah, well, speaking of stupid things, we got somebody in the grass coming out of pit roads. Well, we said it earlier, talking to a couple of your teammates. We said it on the broadcast. If there's anybody who somehow, some way, continues to go to the back and always make their way to the front, it's you. I don't know if you put oil or grease all over this race car. I don't know what you do, but the 75 car always seems to find its way back to the front by the end of this thing. You got your work cut out for you. Anything in particular you're looking at to try to get through this field right now?
Momentum. I'm sniffing for momentum. Anywhere I can find it.
High side, low side, middle, doesn't matter. If you find a hole and have the run, you're going for it?
Yep, hell yeah.
All right. Well, good luck. We got 3 to go. We got some green-white checkers, so you still got some laps to make it happen. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
2 laps. You never know.
Hey, you could have all 20 of them wadded up in front of you and be the scapegoat here and just get on out of Dodge.
Yeah, I've got my fingers for that one. Yeah, hell yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time we've had it. All right, well, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, Greg.
Let's see here. Well, let's bring in the other guy who has been up front the whole race. Mr. Talladega himself. Oh, no. He loves being interviewed. Looks like, are we heading to the pace lights are off on the pace car, so we're heading back. You and Trevor, they've been up front almost the whole race. There's been a lot of slicing and dicing behind you. How are you two going to keep your cars cool and stay up front?
I don't know about the cool part, but we're intending to keep them up front.
All right. We've had, I can't even count how many photo finishes between you and Trevor. Are we going to have another one here? Are you pulling out on the last lap in the trial?
I'd say I don't want to give away my secrets. Everybody knows that's the worst kept secret in the garage area.
Yes, it is. We don't give you the nickname Mr. Talladega just because you're running an 8 car.
If it's between us two, one of us is pulling out.
Yes, it is. I think that's the dark horse way. I think if old Peyton gets up in there, I think you might owe Peyton one if I remember right.
Hey, listen. When he gets up here.
I mean, Dark Horse had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the first time in its history. What happened, Nick?
Go watch the replay. I don't need to say nothing. Lack of talent.
We'll have to harass Peyton if we get another green-white checker. We'll get his recollection on that one. All right, well, you're heading into 3 and 4. Good luck. We'll see if you can get one of these Dark Horse cars in victory lane. We'll talk to you after this thing.
Thanks, bud. Doing a good job of it in the booth, man.
I'm trying, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just babbling. You know I'm good at that.
Yes, you are.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Well, the pace car's down. I don't know if this is our official first green-white checker. We should have asked our driver as we were in there. However, we're going green. It says 3 to go, so we're going to take it like as is. Justin Lee Pearson is going to get him in the Geico restart zone, and they're off with 3 laps to go in Talladega. Justin's going to move down, make sure he get in front of those Dark Horse cars. Ryan doesn't have the best start, but he's still sitting P4. Make his life a little easier to help his teammates. There goes the 12 early. If he gets enough of a side draft at Justin, it'll drop them like a rock. There it goes, but Ryan gets to Justin just in time. They might be able to hang on the quarter panel. No, but they get a big move from the 43, getting a huge shove from the 36. 36 to the outside. He's got Bergeron with him. What line do the Dark Horse guys take? The 36 has got to run. Peyton has got to run on the bottom, but he's going to get held up by the side draft as the 12 and the 8 car are leading this thing to the trial. The 36 makes a move, but he's going to do it all alone. You'll watch how fast he drops out of this thing. As we are on the white flag, we have 1 to go from Talladega. Oh, we got some cars in the wall. We got Cato in another last lap. Oh, some brutal hits. Cato has a knack for finding the wall or being put in the wall at the end of these things. We got more crashing. Guys getting aggressive. Justin trying to get it outside 36 with a big block. We got the Dark Horse boys. We got the S&M CEO and James Smith. Can he be the steal as they come out of turn 4 heading to the tri-oval? The 8 is pushing the daylights out of the 12. There goes the move. There goes the move. The 8 to the inside. He's got the momentum. The one's looking at the 8 car. Nick Bowman, Mr. Talladega, is going to win yet another one here as he slides backwards. Nick Bowman, Trevor Haley, James Smith, Justin Lee Pearson, and look at that. Juan Escamilla rounds out the top 5. Where did he come from? He got in the wreck early. We hadn't talked to him in a while. That is not accurate at all. That is practice results. Don't know why in the world it gave us that. But I'll give you the results here. Nick Bauman, Trevor Haley, James Smith, Justin Lee Pearson, Juan Escamilla, Timothy Wright comes home, plus 30 in P6. Peyton finishes right where he started in 7th. Evan Perry up 18 spots. Ryan Wilson, Kevin Dixon up 23 spots. Kyle Cameron in 11th. Brian Hayes finishes 12th. Tim Shiflett up 22 spots, gets P13. The guy that we said always finds his way back to the front. If we had a couple green-white checkers, Dave Scott finishes 14th. Jonathan Johnson in 15th. John Miles in 16th. Ricky Miles in P17. 18, Brian Wasserman. Tommy Rogers and Gary Bergeron is your top 20 as you have a bunch of cars burning it down, but Nick Bauman, Mr. Talladega, yet again, gonna get it done here at Talladega Superspeedway. He's got to get up there at the start-finish line where we can see him. There he is. All right. Well, let's bring him back. Well, you said you weren't going to give away your secrets, but we all knew what you were going to do in the tri-oval. Like I said, we don't call you Mr. Talladega for nothing. You go steal another one from your teammate after shoving away from James Smith.
I mean, he stole a couple from me the last couple weeks.
Yes, he has. Trevor has been on a tear. Another win at Talladega. Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Our car, careful. He built me a good engine tonight. I about blew it up before I made that move. I was at about 290.
I was wondering. It had to be close.
He brought a fast beautiful blue Napa Camaro too.
It's a shame it's got an 8 on the side of it. It should have a 24, but that's all.
Oh, here we go.
Alrighty, well, congratulations on the win. We're going to drag your teammate up in here. Let's get our P2 finisher, Trevor Haley. Well, he got you back on one. Now, do you owe him one?
Yeah, I definitely owe him one.
It was a good finish. You guys stayed up front the whole race. I don't know how in the world y'all stayed up there. They almost dang near the whole 65 laps.
It's good teamwork, man.
Yeah, you guys were tearing it up. Yeah, James Smith there. I really thought James was gonna be the guy to steal it there at the end with you guys side by side. I think Nick pushed you just far enough out to not let that happen.
Yeah, I thought he might have a shot at it coming to the line, but.
All right, well, congratulations on the P2. You and Nick got some pictures to post. Follow us, everyone on all the social medias. Good job tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, buddy.
And our P3 finisher tonight is going to be James Smith. James, I really thought you were going to be the guy to steal it there at the end.
Well, I had a good shot at it, but I just needed that last person behind me pushing me. I just couldn't go nowhere. I just had enough to stay behind Trevor, and that was it. But I'm happy with the top third.
P3, great run. You and your S&M boys were up there quite a bit tonight. Yet again, it looked like we had a lot of cars, a lot of coming and going throughout the whole event, a lot of 3Y. The racing looked awesome from my vantage point. Another P3. I like how you got to wreck Nick there at the end. That's one of my favorites. The demo derbies right there at the end. We're getting a shot at it. Anyone you want to give a shout out? Maybe yourself, maybe your wife, getting up there to third tonight.
I'd like to give a big shout out to the whole family of S&M and my wife and everybody, you and Trick, Trevor and Nick and Kevin and Ricky Miles and Jamie Shaw, and even shout out to SMT, man, just for everybody putting this all together, everybody sticking together, and you done a great job up here tonight, man. Really good job tonight. A lot of fun, good fun racing tonight.
I appreciate it. I tell everyone I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just good at babbling.
You done a hell of a show tonight, buddy. I'll tell you that.
I appreciate it, buddy. All right, well, good job. I'll see you in a little bit. We're going to drag in our P4 finisher. P4 tonight, Justin. The Dark Horse boys teamed up on you, left you out to dry, but you were trying to make a comeback at it. What else did you need to get back up there?
I just needed people, I've been fighting these guys from day one. They just get together before I even met SMT. I've been fighting them since day one. They just 2 or 3 once they get locked together, it's over with. I'm just back marker.
Those Dark Horse boys are tough to beat, but you guys have yet again put on another solid performance. I feel the tides are going to change rather quickly with all of you guys. Congratulations on the P4 tonight. You'll see yourself on all the social medias. Good job, buddy.
Appreciate it, man, and thanks again for putting us on.
Yeah, man. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, see you, bud.
All right. The Mr. He's got his mic muted. We were going to interview P5 tonight, but he's already muted his mic. He's hiding. He's getting ready for the 24 hours of Daytona, Juan Escamilla. He is big time into that, so he's going to start that Saturday. All the Dark Horse boys are going to run that. There's going to be a lot of lost sleep, I think. It looks like Juan may have unmuted his mic. He might have heard me. Let's drag him in here. Juan?
Hey.
P5.
Hey, P5, yeah.
Well, I can't leave you. I know you hate being interviewed, but you spent, I don't know how long we've spent, maybe 8, 9 hours getting the broadcast set up, and when you get P5, I got to drag you in here. You wrecked early. I didn't even see you in, like, the top 20. How in the world did you get back to 5th?
I mean, you know, it really all started in qualifying. You know, I didn't put in a good lap, and just the same. Like if you hang around the squirrels, blah blah blah. So I couldn't. You know, every time I try to make a move, like it's side drive, put three wide, and then I can't make any progress. And plus, multiple issues in pit road, people not knowing how to keep their car on the right side of the pit lane.
We did see that a little bit. Some guys are having some big issues. Was the tire wear bad after a long run? Is that why we're having so many issues on pit road? Looks like a lot of guys were having problems getting checked up. A lot of guys spinning tires coming out, in, sliding their box. Jamie Shaw told us earlier the tire wear was okay. Do you have a different story?
I mean, the tires were fine. When I first pitted on that first stint where I locked up the rear tires and I, spun on pit road, it's because I set my brake bias a little bit rearwards in anticipation, but I didn't do a practice start, so that's what caught me off guard.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, the tires were fine. It's just, people being unpredictable, especially on the restarts, a lot of checkups. There was one restart in particular where everyone stopped and then accelerated, and it was where like the leaders were near the zone and everyone was trying to accelerate to catch the field and stuff.
Everyone's getting a little antsy. Well, I won't keep you too long. I know you've been practicing all week at the 24-hour. I know some of us are going to go drive with you. Maybe I can get a little bit of broadcast clips in before I got to jump in the car. My objective is to not wreck the thing. Your objective is to go out and win the thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well, congrats on the coming out of nowhere. Maybe that'll be the award, the coming out of nowhere P5. Good job, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, the next session for S&M will open at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. That'll be the main event, a little longer. I'll get the full sets of rules for you guys. The race will start at 10. I know I got to confirm with Evan Perry. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on, but if you look for SMT around the 7:30 mark, he usually has a race going up. Make sure you check out Evan as well. We'll have some broadcasts coming up for him and his championship races. Thanks, everyone, for coming out tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.